Hey, Blackburn Clan. Hope everybody's doing all right, and hope you're doing well. Whatever season life finds you in, and I just want to say to all of you that I love you, and that maybe perhaps this season is not the best season, but just want to say the best is yet to come. God is faithful, and if you can look up, you can get up. So hope all is well. Just want to say shout out to Aunt Karen for her retirement party and her time in the education system. I just know from my own experience, just watching her and being around her, just how much God has used her to bless children. She probably doesn't even know all the children that she's been able to impact, and that's both in church and in the school system. One of my earliest memories is when her, EJ, and Riri lived on the west side, and I remember one end of the year in the summer kind of deal, and we went with her to clean up her classroom, and I just remember us just walking through, going back to their house, and just carrying her school supplies, and just really just like, wow, here's this powerful woman. And I think, when thinking about this 2016 gathering that I begin to talk about, and I feel God has laid on my heart, is that, our family has been blessed with so much, and not even just as a collective with regards to resources, but just information. And I think the 2016 event is an opportunity to build on and to expand on what God has blessed us with regards to assets and the information we have, the resources we have, and how we can use that to strengthen our family as a collective, to strengthen our own clan, and even our own little family unit, however that may be. And so, just an opportunity to do that. So we have a lot of wealth, and so just want to take that opportune time to really just build onto that. Again, just thinking again about Aunt Karen. So many of us have skills that we have to share. Even I think about her Retha and teaching, and EJ recently, not only as a pastor, but EJ is a I don't want to say licensed family and marriage counseling, and just so much, and then even just investment or collaborative opportunities just down through the years. Talked to many of you, and many of you have had ideas. What if we did this? Many of you have had a clear path to how things could work as regards to starting your own type of organization or your own type of business, but often just limited because we don't have partnership, or we don't have something where you have somebody supporting you. And then in addition to that is just this idea of legacy planning, is that from James C. Blackburn Sr. and Eloise Blackburn, that were 12 children, and I don't know how many from that, but perhaps there's maybe 60, 80 of us now, and the likelihood is, if the good Lord should tarry, we will live on in some way, maybe with different last names, different branches, and reaching out. But it would really be nice that as a collective, and in our clans and in our own little units, that we're doing things to really prepare for the future, and just beginning to think that way. One of the things I really have been dismayed by is, and that should be a warning to us of signs of things to come, is that, one, how vulnerable we are, really, despite our good jobs, and despite how vulnerable we are to moments of chaos, and moments of just sometimes just being trapped, even beyond the everyday struggle. I mean, you think about the bank hacking that's going on. I mean, it's only a moment to where our money is not there. A city like Toledo, Ohio, to not have clean water, and just so much that's going on. And I think it does us well to actually think about the future, and to think about that. Many of you You've lost your loved one, and all of us, we've lost our grandparents. But many of you have lost parent, or and many of you have shared with me just in certain seasons and times, like how happy they would be to see where you've made it. And so, I want us to think in the same way, that we are going to have nieces, nephews, grandchildren, children that will come from us, that will raise up and be something, and have dreams and aspirations and have troubles. And we may never see them, but we can be prepared and have something in place, that's something for them, and say, this is from us, this is something we build on. And also instilling it into our family, that as we go forward, our children will pour into it, and our grandchildren. And alone resources are not enough, but when you work together, and really that's what most of any of these things are successful. It's investors, and some people investing in each other. And so when I think about a David, when I think about a Raymond, and a Michael, a Sam, a Sandra, a Denise, a James, a Penny, an Audrey, a Karen, a Mary, and Anthony, and all that God has poured out through us, it'd be amazing to be able to pour into them. And I'm going on and on and on, so it's 6 minutes in, but we did have a few meetings. We met this past Sunday, and I know some of you want to be on, but just timing, and maybe not, things aren't clear. One of the hardest things whenever you're trying to do something is communication. And so any kind of breakdown, just charge it to our heads, not to our hearts. Nobody wants to miscommunicate or mislead. So hopefully this video does add some clarity. But I've kind of narrowed things down to a Simpsonwood retreat center. A retreat center a friend recommended to me, said that was really good. And we try to create opportunities for people to consider other location opportunities. But I think this is just a way to just kind of peg down and begin to work on something. So Simpsonwood Retreat, we have more details about that. But then also, just trying to create ways as well for people to meet on a smaller level. The majority of our families are still in Buffalo, but there's a number of us that are outside of Buffalo. But for those of you that are in Buffalo, maybe just begin to pour in that, that idea, but beforehand, and how we can work together. Man, I'm trying to figure everything out. But just again, just a great opportunity. I think about the other day we had Francis's birthday, and just even if we had a time in 2016 where she's just sharing history with us, things that we don't know. We've heard bits and pieces of the story, but maybe a more comprehensive way. She is the matriarch, and once those people are gone, that information is not there. And so just making sure we do all we can to just really prepare for the future. I do a lot of studies in cross-cultural studies. One of the things that surprised me was Japanese culture. It's not uncommon to find organizations and initiatives that have 250 years worth of strategic planning. And I'm not looking for 250 years, but I think we ought to put together something so that one day somebody will say, what, I needed this, and I'm able to do it. I have this idea, and I'm able to do it. There's a college I want to go to, and I'm able to do it. And we can pour into that. And so I've taken almost 10 minutes of your time. So I think that is that. Hopefully I've given you a little clarity. The major idea is that we get together, and one part is this kind of conference kind of deal, family just pouring into each other as far as our future, and as far as us just strengthening each other with the assets and resources that we have. And then this other part is it is the getting together. It's just being able to just come together, just to refresh, just enjoy each other's company, even possibly to heal. Families aren't perfect, no relationship is perfect. Sometimes we are more critical on each other, but the reality is you go in the workplace and it's hard. In marriage it's hard. In dealing with your landlord is hard. Any relationship. So, it's not, it's not. But I will say this, that relationships take so much time, and regardless of what things may have happened down through time, is that, man, we do know each other. And I think at the very basic for all of us, regardless of how it may come out sometimes, is that we will want the best for all of us, for our kids, our cousins, our nieces, our nephews, just want the best, and I think, again, if you just want to take a momentary example, is that, proud of our Karen, but, there's 60, 80 Aunt Karens, and so we want to sow seeds so that, that legacy continues on, and God has been good to us. So, again, I've taken 11 minutes of your time. Any questions, we can spin off on that. We've kind of put off, meeting until we get some further processes. Wanted to identify 3 or 4 teams. One, keep the morale going. So, I'm not in Buffalo, and I'm really trying to finish up my dissertation work, grinding, y'all. So, just morale. So, just be trying to do things like that. If we do it through text, Facebook, however, just to kind of keep people's minds thinking about 2016 and getting together in a very strategic way. In addition to that, develop in a financial way where we can begin to chip away at the cost and hospitality, how we can begin to plan and different things like that, so that we have something that's organized, something that's enjoyable. A lot of it, people do reunions and these kind of things, so definitely the information is available, and so it's just putting in the effort and work to do it. Everybody has a busy schedule, so but you're worth it, and so that's what is drawing my time and my attention, and so hopefully it doesn't go in vain. So with that, good night, everybody, and that's it. All right.